Hey everybody, I am really struggling with the decision as to where to go first. I think we're going to go to Redcliffe Castle first, which after checking my Let's Play very quickly seems to be where I went first after Lotaeri the last time I did this as well. So we'll stick with that as well since this is a redo. And I'm going to pick the same people I brought there because that seems like a good group. So we're going to take Alistar with me.
Yes.
We'll take Liliana with me.
Indeed.
And Morrigan.
Indeed.
Now let's get going. To Redcliffe Village.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
I'm not gonna like this, am I?
I don't know. I doubt it. I've never liked it, that's for sure. I told you before how Al Eamon raised me, right? That my mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
Doesn't that make you the heir to the throne?
Maker's breath, I hope not. I don't think so. You don't think so, do you? I'm a bastard. And nobody even knows about me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Does Loghain know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. At any rate, that's it. That's what I had to tell you. I thought you should know about it.
You're heir to the throne, then?
Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. No, if there's an heir to be found, it's Al Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
Oh, come on, I don't think that. That's not what you really think, is it?
No, I suppose not. I don't feel very lucky at all, to be honest.
Redcliffe, new codex entry. Area unlocked, Redcliffe. Welcome to Redcliffe, everybody. Ooh, nice waterfall, very scenic here. Now we start with some Deathroot. That's perfect. Oh! Deathroot. We should be making poisons with Liliana. Let's do that. So, I'll want to make some concentrated stuff, but we also will want to make some lower level stuff too. Concentrated venom, I'm not so interested in. So let's just make a bunch of venom potions. We'll make, why not? We'll make all 7 of these. There we go. And now we can put that onto our inventory. Oh, and Liliana should have one of these flasks available to her, because she can totally use them. Here we go, venom. So we're going to add the venom, the deathroot extract, the concentrated venom, and the acidic coating all to her hotbar. Because she can make use of them right away. Alistar will need a point in poison making in order to use them. I'm going to hold on to the deathroot until I can make extracted, more concentrated deathroot extract instead, since that will be much more powerful. I think has an increased stun chance. It looks like someone's waiting for us here. Or a lookout of some sort.
thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
I'm on important business. I need to see Arl Aemon.
The Arl? Then you don't know. Has nobody out there heard?
I've heard Arl Aemon is sick, if that's what you mean.
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Arlemon's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Tern Logain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Logain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Logain's lies.
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Logain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Aemon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead, decomposing corpses, returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come, with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Logain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Logain without Arl Aemon.
You want my help. You don't know me.
I know Alistair, and I trust those he chooses to travel with. What do you say?
First, I have questions.
By all means.
Isn't there a way to get into the castle, to get at the source?
The castle is closed to us, its doors barred. We could storm it certainly, but what would that accomplish? Our numbers are too few. We cannot throw men at the castle walls when they are needed to protect the village.
Why not just evacuate the village, then?
I tried. Our one attempt at an organized evacuation resulted in an immediate attack. Yesterday I found out these creatures attack those fleeing on their own, even during daytime. Whatever lies in the castle wants this village dead.
Oh, they want to terrorize the people. What happens after tonight?
Once the village is safe, we will try to enter the castle to find the source of this trouble.
I've heard enough.
Then you will help us?
Yes, we will help.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I want to discuss the situation with you.
Of course.
You have some of Arl Eamon's knights here?
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
Their quest for the Urn of Sacred Ashes.
Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
What exactly are these things that attack the village?
I do not know. They seem to be walking corpses, men with rotting flesh that continue to attack even with the gravest injuries.
Undead, spirits possessing the dead. There could be several causes behind such a thing, none of them pleasant.
Oh. Okay, I should get back to work.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Morgan disapproves, -5. Alistar and Lyanna both approve, +2 to them.
Let us pray. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks his return. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition. You are a stranger amongst us, and a mage, I see. Yet you still defend our home in its darkest hour. We are grateful.
I cannot stand by while monsters attack the helpless.
Not many in these modern days would honestly say the same. You are a man of worth, and the Maker will smile upon you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers.
How awful this must be for you all. Is this everyone who's left?
All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
How safe is the chantry?
It is the sturdiest building in the village. The women, elderly, and children will stay here during the battle, while the militia and knights protect them. They set up a barricade outside the chantry to keep monsters from getting inside. If anything gets in, Ban Tegan is our only defense. Please, have mercy. Help these people. Do whatever you can.
I would like your blessing, Mother.
Of course, child. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks his return. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition.
Why haven't Mother and Father returned yet?
They're gone, dear boy. Gone on a long trip.
When will they be back? I miss them.
Be brave, young man. Your parents would want that. We need you here to protect the rest of us. Yes?
I guess I can do that.
There's a good lad. In the morning, we'll look for your parents. In the morning.
I'm scared, Mother. When are the bad men coming? Soon, darling. Don't
Very
worry.
well.
Everything will be all right. I want to go home. Where's Father? Why can't we go home?
I already told you. Father is outside defending the village from the bad men. We must stay here and be brave. Can you do that?
Oh, Jeddah! We have something for her from the Kokari Wilds.
You're a Grey Warden, right? Were you in Ostagar? In the Kokari Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened. But I haven't heard from them since.
Are you Jeddah?
I am. You've heard of me?
I have something here from your husband.
Oh? Oh, his lockbox. If you're bringing me this... Oh no. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for bringing this to me. It means a lot to... Maker's blessings upon you.
I'm so scared, Father. What are we going to do?
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
But night is coming. The monsters will return and we sit here and wait for them.
We have no choice. We must pray and hope for the Maker's compassion.
I just hope everything will be all right. So many have already died. Sorry, am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
Are you alright? Why are you crying?
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere.
How terrible. You poor thing. I wish there was something we could do to help.
And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Have you tried looking for your brother?
I went to our house. It's by the square. He wasn't there. I searched the rest of the village too. I called and I called, but he never answered. I wonder if he ran off into the woods. I'm so worried. Without me, he has nobody.
You need to be strong, girl.
I understand, I do. I'm just so afraid for him.
Missing child.
Please, if you see my brother, send him back here. I don't want him to die too.
Why would he run off, do you know?
He said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
If he has foolishly run off, then he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
Nice. Maybe you want to kick her in the head while you're at it.
Shall we comfort her with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
Don't worry, I'll look for him.
You will? Thank you so much. Please find him.
Liliana approves, +1 with her.
What is that smell? Fish? And something else. Oh, more fish.
Guess there's nothing quite like last-minute training.
No, we don't have the men.
It's not just Redcliffe.
Their
having
numbers
trouble,
just
is
keep
it?
growing each night.
I've heard the news.
Sure, they take the day.
These are dark times indeed.
I don't want to think about that.
I guess this might be the last night after all. The king isn't coming. Nobody.
So what can we do? Leave?
Still no sign of them coming back from the castle, Murdoch.
Tell them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Yes, sir. What should we do until then?
Pray and hope. So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
You heard wrong.
So you say? A damn Qunari could walk up and say he was a Grey Warden. I wouldn't know the difference. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
Have faith, good man. We will defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
How's morale?
Morale's about what you'd expect. These men aren't soldiers. They're villagers defending their homes, and they're frightened. It would help if we had decent equipment. There weren't enough swords in Owen's shop, and the men's armor is nearly falling off. I don't think we're in any shape to fight. We'll do our best, of course, but, well, I have my doubts. I just hope I'm alive tomorrow morning.
What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Why does Owen refuse to talk with you?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
No one else can do these repairs?
Not by nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
Anything else you need?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Tell me about Dwin.
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
Carry on, then.
Right. Let's hope we see morning.
Well, I guess we might as well start here at the blacksmithy. This is where Owen is. Let's also get that death root while we're here. And take a look around. This is a pretty beautiful place. Oh, a chest, too. As you see, let's see, Liliana, if you're able to pick the lock on this. We can. We get a small shield, which is junk, but it'll be worth a few silver. Alright, let's see if my persuades up to trying to convince Owen to help out these people.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
I haven't taken anything at all. You're mistaken.
Hey? You're not Murdoch. Who are you and what are you doing at my door?
I'd prefer not to speak through a door. Can I come in?
All right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Maker's breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
My name is Galvin, a Grey Warden helping Ban Tigan.
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
So the smithy is closed.
Look around. The militia took everything they could use. I could start up the forge again, but I won't, since Murdoch won't listen to me.
Are you sure you won't help me out?
If you mean you want me to smith something for you, then no. But feel free to take whatever's left. Don't suppose it matters much anymore.
And why have you locked yourself in the smithy?
My girl, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
So you intend to drink yourself to death?
Why not? It's not like we're going to live past the night anyhow. Or are you going to save us?
Yes, I am.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. It'd do me the world of good to think maybe someone like you could go in and find her. Provided any of us live through the night.
What about the militia? They need your help.
If you look for Velena, I'll reopen the smithy and make some repairs for the militia. I can do that much.
What if she's dead?
It would be better than going to my grave wondering.
Fair enough. I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
No one can get into the castle right now.
Eventually, they'll want to seek out the Jarl and our lesser. And when they do, you go in and bring my Velena to me.
I promise you I'll find her.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Working disapproves -5. Liliana approves +1.
Hey, I see you found my hiding place. I stuck some old equipment in there before Murdoch could get his hands on it. I don't think there's anything you'll need in there, but it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up.
Couldn't the militia use this?
Not if I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old, anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you. I have the key.
A bunch of very low-level gear. We'll take all of it, though. There's no reason not to. He won't need it to actually make any repairs to the other person's equipment. Seems to be all that's in here. Let's see how our faction's doing with Morrigan right now, our favor, because she's been really unhappy with all my decisions here. +8, so she's still positive, very slightly. That's right, I never really liked her much, even the first time I did this, because it doesn't hurt to promise to go look for Velena. If nothing else, we're probably going to end up at the castle anyway, so why not give it a search over? It can't hurt. We won't necessarily have to go too far out of our way. We're going to explore the rest of the town while we're here. There's no time, by the way, that it really elapses. We're not on a time limit. Night will fall at when we're ready for the combat, more or less. And I remember that there is a chest down here that we can't open yet. We need, I think, another level for Liliana. I think it was up... Yeah, there it is, up there. We won't be able to lockpick that chest. Wow, I remember that stuff.
I shall do it.
Seems a bit far away location to have a boat. I think their dry docks would be closer to the shore. Let's visit the inn while we're here. And I think this is it. Tavern. Ooh.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'd have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny.
So how's business been?
What business? Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local. And they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig. And if I didn't need this job so badly,
Huh. You don't care for Lloyd, I take it.
He gropes me and pays me next to nothing. But I suppose it could be worse. Not like I've got many options.
I see.
What can you do? Girls like me don't get much choice if we don't want to join the Chantry. And it's too late to get married.
Shouldn't you be at the Chantry?
Later on, yes. Lloyd will lock himself in the cellar, and I'll go to the Chantry. Are you fighting tonight.
Yes, I am.
That's good to hear. I didn't know that.
What do you know about that elf at the corner? There's an elf in the corner?
Not much. He's very quiet. Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy.
I should go.
Keep safe.
Sweet girl.
I can't believe Lloyd won't even give us some free ale. A time like this, and all he thinks about is turning a profit.
Did you expect any different? That bastard's always been cheaper than an tea from the hall.
Here we are defending the village, and he don't even have the decency to help us out.
It's his ale. He can charge what he wants for it.
That's what Ban Tegan says.
Lloyd is charging us for coin we don't even got anymore. Nobody's working right now. We're all just trying to survive.
What difference does it make? He won't care.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travelers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
What do you mean?
Oh, you know, evil creatures, impending doom, civil war, and the Earl's dead in the castle. Makes you thirsty, don't it? So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope.
Let me see what you've got.
Right, I've got some supplies too, in case you're interested. With the store closed down, it doesn't hurt to pick up some of the slack, eh?
We can sell this low-level stuff we picked up. So we might as well sell him all this again. The things we just found. Either of these small shields either. What's he actually selling? I don't think much of anything. No real gear. He is selling 2 lesser poultices. We're going to take both of them. I am going to take both of these lesser injury kits as well, because I don't... Oh, no, I've got 6 of them. I think we'll be fine. Let's take a few flasks. 7 to make up for the 7 I used earlier.
Hey, what can Lloyd get you?
Answer a few questions.
Fine. Make them quick.
Shouldn't you be helping defend the village?
Why? When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar. Just batten the hatches and wait it out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that makes me a coward, then I'm a coward.
Huh. Well, how about you give the militia free ale instead?
Are you trying to run me out of business?
Think of the goodwill you'll earn.
I never thought of that. Maybe I could try it for a bit. Right then, you men over there. Drinks are on the house. All militia drink for free.
Oh, you're a saint, Lloyd. Ha ha!
If them creatures don't kill me, I swear they'll bleed me dry. Something else I can get for you?
No, who are you anyway?
Name's Lloyd. So, why'd you come to the village now? The roads can't be all that safe, not with a war brewing.
I came to see Arl Eamon.
Well, you must have been mighty surprised. He's not exactly talkative these days, eh? Something else I can get for you?
No, I should go.
Right then.
Maker's blessings on you tonight. Hopefully, we all make it through.
Many thanks, friend. At least this way I won't lose what little coin I have, eh?
No matter how much ale I drink, I can't quite forget the sight of those creatures.
So we'll see soon enough exactly how bad that will be for us. I remember the fight being very difficult. The beginning portion was easy, I thought, but the later portions not so. It split into 2 halves. I think we had to defend the town up top and then down below, as it were. There'll be 2 areas we'll need to guard against.
Not looking for company.
Shouldn't you be with the militia?
Why? I don't live here.
Then what are you doing here?
Just waiting until I can leave again.
It's strange seeing an elf here.
Elves aren't allowed to travel?
Sure they are.
Great. Thanks for permission.
No, we're not done yet, Berwick.
I said I'm not looking for company.
I hear you're Berwick.
What? How did you know that? Well, that's my name. Why?
You seem awfully nervous. Why is that?
No reason. I just didn't know how you knew my name. That's all.
You said you were looking for your brother?
My what? Oh, yes. He was supposed to meet me here. And then I got stuck here when monsters from the castle attacked.
I'm supposed to believe that?
Look, I don't know you, and I don't want to. I was just told to... just leave me alone.
Oh, what do you mean? What were you just told to do?
Nothing. Nobody told me to do anything. Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
And who's told you I was a Grey Warden? I could also use persuasion, but I think I'll stick with number 1.
I just, overheard it, that's all. If you'll excuse me, I want to get to the Chantry before the sun goes down.
This will be easier if you just tell me what you're hiding.
But I never... Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Sounds like he's a spy for Logain. But whatever's happening in the castle is not related to our predicament itself. So, who are they? Who hired you to do this?
A tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Hal. Arl Rendon Hal. He's an important man, Terran Logain's right hand.
Ah.
So I didn't do anything wrong.
What are you supposed to watch the castle for?
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle.
So you know how this happened. Tell me now.
I don't know anything about these creatures. When the Arl got sick, I got scared that people would think I was involved. But I swear I don't know anything about it. They sent me to watch. Maybe they knew the Arl would get sick. I don't know.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it. Do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
I think you should help defend the village tonight.
Oh, all right. I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
Let's take a look at that letter. It's probably in notes. Berwick's letter. Berwick, we need your eyes and ears in Redcliffe. Stay in the village and keep your head down and watch the castle. Report any changes and you'll be well paid. There's not much really to that. Okay, I guess we'll just get going then. I think last time I was here I forced the innkeeper to fight, but my persuasion I think was higher this time, so I was able to persuade him to give drinks to the people. I'm not going to make him fight if he doesn't really want to, though I do think people will look unfavorably on the tavern. Might be able to persuade him later to give that girl higher wages. We shall see. Alright, so we've got the repairs underway for the troops. The troops' morale has hopefully been improved by us giving them some free drink. I don't think we can go into that house yet.
So, let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Tentry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. You never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
Oh, a bunch of knights are here. Sir Perth.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit that I do not quite know how to address you. Is my lord sufficient?
Call me Galvin, if you would.
As you wish, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
You mentioned something about an urn.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
What was the Arl sick with?
We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. He brought in a mage, but even that did nothing.
Brought in a
Others believed
mage?
he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Can no one find the other knights and bring them back?
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
Why did the Arlessa believe that anyone could find the urn?
The Earl once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
I want to discuss something else.
As you wish.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
I'll see what I can do.
That gladdens my heart to hear it.
Carry on.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
Okay, we're going to be heading back down there anyway, so this gives us an excuse to...
No word from the castle? No, all is still, as it has been for days. And it is an unnatural stillness, as though there is naught in there but death.
Say no more. The Arl lives, and I will not listen to your inauspicious chatter.
Andraste's Grace. Gifts can be sold. A small white wildflower, commonly known as Andraste's Grace. I think that's given to Liliana. But we'll do that in camp, because I think that might be a... Everyone has a particular gift that they really like. It's like super special to them. I think that is Liliana's super special gift, as it were. And I think we find Alice...
A windmill. I once took a ride on the sails of a windmill. Didn't turn out well.
A large wooden round shield. Still not better than what Alistar is using. Wow, we are high up. There's the castle. We'll be assaulting that later, I assume. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording here only because there's no reason for you to watch me walk all the way back downstairs, as it were. I'll be back in a few seconds.